Of course you know, this is a pistol and this is a rifle. But where I live, this is a pistol too and this is a rifle. Welcome to Austria. Hey Scarlett, there's two questions people ask me all the time. First, how are the gun laws in Australia? And second, how are the gun laws in Austria? Well, being from Austria and being an Austrian citizen, I will gladly answer the second question. How are gun laws in Austria? But the thing is, the gun law in Austria is a rather complex thing that has some traps in it. So I have to split up this whole thing into multiple parts. This one is part number one. What's a pistol, what's a rifle, and what's an SBR? We have to start with these very basics, because if you don't understand these things in Austrian gun law, you won't keep up with the rest of the stuff that's coming up. And there's some heavy stuff in it. So let's keep it very simple. Pistol in Austria is defined as a handgun. That means also revolver, etc. For the sake of keeping the language simple, I will talk about the pistols here. A rifle in Austria is a rifle for you, but is defined as a semi-automatic firearm. And here comes the clue. That is longer than 60 centimeters. So, in case you Americans don't know what it is, this is a thrustometer with 60 centimeters. And this is what's all about, what makes a difference in Austria between a pistol and a rifle. The law says that everything that's shorter than 60 centimeters in total length, speaking from the muzzle to the end, is a pistol. So, we take our thrustometer here and see this is way well below 60 centimeters. So, this is a pistol, right? In the USA, this would be pretty much a SBR through and through, because it has a stock, it has a vertical grip, and you can shoulder it. But in Austria, again, it's a pistol. It's below 60 centimeters. It doesn't matter if you can fold the stock or not, because under 60 centimeters and still under 60 centimeters. Perfect example of a pistol in Austria. What does that mean? That means that everything that's below 60 centimeters is a handgun, even if it's a bolt action rifle. Yeah. So what you Americans can buy as pistols that's just basically a bolt action rifle without a stock, it's not in Austria. In Austria it would be classified as a pistol and therefore would have the same law requirements as a pistol. But again, that we will do another part, because now we just focus on the basics. Which brings us to this. As I mentioned in the intro, this is a rifle. So, you're wondering, how the fuck can this be a pistol and this be a rifle? I mean, are you kidding me? Surely I kid you not. We take our meter here and you can see this one is just a tad bit longer. Let me just get it right for you. There you go. That's just a bit longer than 60 centimeters. So this one is a rifle. Well, why does this actually matter? Because thanks to the European Union, pistols are allowed to have 20 round magazines and rifles have to be allowed only 10 round magazines if you are not a sport shooters. So just a few centimeters here and there can make the difference if you can use a 20 round magazine or if you can use a 10 round magazine. Because we all know 12 centimeters more or less sure makes a difference in if it is a rifle or if it's a pistol. Now, here comes the really fun part. What is an SBR? By law, by Austrian law, an SBR is a rifle that's longer than 60 centimeters and with the stock collapsed will be shorter than 60 centimeters. So, you see, that's already weird, right? Let me give you an example. This is an SBR. How can this be an SBR? We take our meter here. It's shorter than 60 centimeters. We pull the stock out and suddenly this is longer than 60 centimeters. So this is an SBR. And an SBR in Austria is, thanks to the European Union, you see, we just don't talk about this anymore. Thanks to the European Union that applied the SBR law, the SBRs are basically very hard to get now because you need to be a sports shooter and provide some kind of proof that you need this SBR for a certain sport shooting competition. It's possible to still get them, but basically if you don't own them already before 2020, this will be a problem. Now here's a fun fact. This is an SBR right now, but if I would install this retractable stock, it would be longer than 60 centimeters with the collapsible stock, so it would be rifle. So just like that. Now it's SBR. We take it off, put this stock on, and this is a rifle now. Yeah, that's Austrian Gun Law for you, rifle. Still a rifle. Of course, this enables some kind of, I don't call it loophole because this one is perfectly legal. The Austrian Gun Law says a firearm that has parts changed cannot change its nature except it would be upgraded into a higher class. What does that mean? It means pretty much if you put a stock on a pistol, it will still be a pistol. If you would put a full auto device in a pistol, it would not be a pistol. It would be a forbidden weapon because it would go a class up, because full automatics are another class, but that's another video we're not gonna touch. Let's keep focus here. So you could buy just this firearm and say it's a pistol because it's below 60 centimeter. Doesn't matter that it has the stock installed below 60. But you could also buy this one as a pistol, because right now it's very much below 60 centimeters. If you remove the terrible end cap here that doesn't want to go off, there we go, and put a stock on it, then this one will still be a pistol. It's just a pistol with a stock now, because you registered it as a pistol and now it's a pistol with a stock. It doesn't become a rifle. That means you could still use 20 round magazines on this one, even if you're using a stock. But there's always a but in the Austrian Gun Law. If you put the collapsible stock on, collapsible stock, man, those English words. If you put a if you put a stock on that can be changed in length, we're having here more than 60 centimeters and we're having less than 60 centimeters. So this is an SBR. If you put a stock on it, that's collapsible. That's collapsible. Damn it, that's collapsible. And would make it an SBR. This can be tricky because the Austrian Gun Law has a kind of wording in it that's not that easy to interpret. It pretty much says that if you make a pistol into an SBR, it's okay if you are a sports shooter and if you have applied for your pistol being allowed to take 30 round max and bigger instead of just 20 round max. So if you're a sports shooter and your pistol is registered as a Z7, which means it can use bigger magazines than 20 rounds, you can use a collapsible stock to make it basically a pistol with an SBR stock. That will be okay. But if your pistol is just registered as a Class B pistol, meaning you can use only magazines with a capacity up to 20 rounds, and you would install this stock to make it longer than 60 centimeters with the stock extended, shorter than 60 centimeters with the stock in the closed positions, then this would be legal, because a SBR is not a Class B but a Class A weapon in Austria. Again, we will discuss it later. So let's sum things up. What's a pistol in Austria? What's a rifle? What's a SBR? Anything that's shorter than 60 centimeters with a stock fully extended from muzzle to the end of the weapon is a pistol in Austria. Everything that's longer than 60 centimeters, I'm gonna change it once again. There we go. Everything that has a total length from muzzle to the end of the weapon that's longer than 60 centimeters is a rifle. And everything that's shorter than 60 centimeters with a stock collapsed or folded and that still can fire in this position and is longer than 60 centimeters with the stock extended or unfolded is an SBR. Well, that's the start into the Austrian gun law for you, and I will come back with the next part of the Austrian gun law, and hopefully you will have the time and the brain capacity to watch these videos as well, because there's really some weird stuff coming up about this. Thanks, and see you with the next part of Austrian gun law. How can anyone still understand it? Well, it's a miracle. Bye.